got to say first of all that the week that the secondary strategy team came into Derby Moor was probably the most effective week in terms of staff development that we've had ever. Basically what happened was that the team of 5 or 6, including Steve Cox, the secondary strategy manager, came into the school. We planned things very, very carefully. The focus was on assessment for learning, and in particular the school's focus was on peer and self-assessment, and that's what the strategy team concentrated on. They worked with departments prior to coming in and with the school management, so everybody was very clear what they were going to be doing for the week. There were clear success criteria identified, and then the team came in, and it was a great week. It was a dynamic week. It really created a buzz about the place, and what was great was that the strategy team were working in classrooms with teachers. They were sitting down, they were planning together, they were developing things together, and I think that staff appreciated that. Perhaps it's far better than sitting in a larger room with hundreds there being talked at, because it was very, very practical, and people could see it working. Now, the secondary strategy team, I think, are all well respected, and another byproduct of this was that relationships built up between the staff and the secondary strategy team. And I think there was a lot of mutual respect that was built up during that week as well. So we also had people working in classrooms, but we had working groups after school showing new ICT techniques, showing various peer and self-assessment strategies that people could voluntarily come into, and those groups were really well attended as well. At the end of the week, and I guess that this is a big test of staff development, whether or not it continues and it develops further and it embeds. At the end of the week, the secondary strategy team didn't just pull out and then not come back, but what they did was they agreed coming in at various stages to review how peer and self-assessment was developing in the various areas. And also I, as the leader in terms of secondary strategy in the school, was very, very anxious that each department looked at and set each department a target of revising one particular module of work by the end of that term, building in peer and self-assessment strategies, and then we looked at reviewing other modules as the time went on. But I repeat again, as a means of staff development, of creating interest, of focusing staff, of promoting curriculum change, it was probably the most effective week we had.
The team has been really successful in our school because they have a really high level of credibility. They've worked with us for a long time, they've worked with us in lessons, they've worked with us out of lessons, not just coming in and telling us what to do without us knowing that they can do it themselves. They've worked with us on lots of exciting projects, they're very hands-on, working out what we're going to do. They've been really supportive, taking those risks with us, and they've worked on all sorts of different strategies with us. We've worked with LAP, we've worked with an EAL project, improving our teaching and learning right across the school with all teachers, and our results have shown the benefits.
Why everything's worked so well in Derby is that the secondary consultants have spent a long time building up positive relationships with schools. They have impact on all levels, so they meet with senior leadership teams and do whole school plans, but also they meet in department level and also with individual students in Derby are very effective at their job. They've spent a long time creating positive relationships with schools at all levels, so working with senior leadership teams to do whole school plans, working with departments, and also working with individual teaching in coaching roles, videoing and individual supporting classrooms. They have specialist areas, but this doesn't seem to matter. They're prepared to offer help anywhere that it's needed really, and have always been available for any requests that we've given to them.
At least 3 or 4 years. And I think one of the reasons that they've been so effective in Benrose School is because they have been very much a part of the establishment. And as far as our staff are concerned, particularly the heads of area that they're working with, they are part of our team. and have certainly been most effective in turning things around as far as teaching and learning are concerned, and therefore in doing that obviously they've been very effective in bringing about changes in results. Because Steve's team are coming into our school regularly, they are in fact working with our area not just on things related to their strategy but related to the school's area action, school and the area action plans. And because they know these plans so well, they can therefore direct their support into the areas that are most effectively needed to bring about improvement in the school.
A key reason for the success of Derby City working with Da Vinci has to be the tight relationship between the strategy team and the authority and the individual teachers within the school. And I think that starts right at the leadership level at the top. The leadership of the team is absolutely crucial to knowing the individual aspects of the school, the strengths of the school, the weaknesses of the school, but also the actual needs and the focus areas. And I think what's particularly good is that then the team, led from the top, can actually personalise their level of support and put into place exactly what we need as a school. And I think that personalised relationship is what is such a success. The fact that staff then put their trust in the team, the fact that staff are willing to listen, they're looking for support, they're looking for coach and mentoring, it's proved to be a real success in our situation, in our case. Knowing the school is something that the team has placed a high priority on. By knowing the school, by setting clear boundaries, by understanding the relationships, understanding the school needs, they can then have targeted and specific support. Through that, realistic and achievable school improvement.